Alright, we're doing another tier list, and it's not Dark Souls related, it's not Bloodborne related. We're doing the GTA games, the entire GTA game series tier list. Now, we don't have a lot of entries. We got this whole row and then one here, and then we have six tiers to put them in. And again, the return of the have not played category is here with me. But, you know how the rest of my rankings work. S to D. I've done so many of these now, it might as well be the exact same. So we're gonna start very, very weak with Chinatown Wars, and I have not played it, so I'm not gonna say anything about it. And we're gonna repeat that with Advance. I haven't played Advance, but those are the only two I haven't played. So the rest we're gonna get some elaborate stuff from, or well, hopefully. So next we have GTA 4: The Lost and Damned. They separated GTA 4: The Lost and Damned and The Ballad of Gay Tony. So they are each their own single player experiences, so that does make sense. And each one has different weapons and different vehicles to use. So it makes sense. The Lost and Damned, I feel like it's too grainy. Like it looks super, super grainy compared to GTA 4 and Ballad of Gay Tony. It really does. I think it's supposed to be like a real grainy, gritty, dark experience, but I don't really find it enjoyable. I'm gonna put Lost and Damned in C. I think the best thing that came out of it was the automatic pistol and the that really like small looking like drum magazine shotgun. I don't remember the name of it, but that's about it. I mean, the story wasn't too memorable for me. It was pretty much a toss up. Not toss up, but it was forgettable for me. GTA 4 is S tier. Nico's story is absolutely amazing. The character development for everybody involved, it's pretty decent. Not pretty decent. I think it's stellar. Like my favorite character from the game is Packy, and it's really good that I got to see Packy in GTA 5 as like a heist crew member. But Packy's mission, the bank job, it's like the best mission in GTA. Like all of them, all the games. It's so good. But yeah, Nico coming off the boat, his military background, his getting involved with the Russians because of Roman gambling, and the phone calls and the memes and the swing set glitch. There's so many things about this game that are just very, very top notch. I don't think it can be really replicated, honestly. So next is Liberty City Stories. This was a prequel to 3 that they made for the PSP. I think it's I think it's probably D tier. Cuz I mean, at the point that this came out, we've already played GTA 3. We've already, I mean, it's the same map, obviously because this is supposed to be a prequel. There's no Claude, but like I don't know. I just don't find it as enjoyable. I just don't find it as enjoyable. I just don't find it as enjoyable. Yes, there we go. We have GTA London. This is one of the top-down versions. Was there two London versions? I don't remember. We'll get through it eventually, right? No, I guess it was just this one. So we have GTA London, which was after GTA 1, another top-down version. I'm going to go ahead and put this in C tier as well, because the top-down versions of GTA were just supposed to be like carnage. Like, you could still do stuff, but the main thing was like cause destruction and stuff like that. Or at least it seemed to me, and that's what I did. So that's why I'm going to put it here. I mean, I don't think London really looked that great. I think it was a downgrade from 1, believe it or not. But that's just me. GTA 5, there's no thing here for single player and online. So I kind of have to group it together. And because GTA 5's online is like so hit or miss for me, like last year Last year during the pandemic, a friend of mine went through and grinded one of the heists over and over and over again to get money, and we kind of got burnt out on it. But like the en masse, like huge public lobbies for online, they're pretty bad. Like you got people flying around on oppressors, you got people like just fucking around with your stuff because they're afraid you're gonna fuck with their shit. It's just weird. Like I don't think I like the online experience anymore. The single player is decent. I like Michael's story. I like how it ties in with the other two characters. I'm gonna put five in A under GTA 4 because I think that's where it belongs. GTA 2. GTA 2 is arguably my favorite game in the series, so I'm gonna put GTA 2 in S tier. GTA 2 was my first game in the series that I played. I went from GTA 2 to actually playing GTA 4, and then I went back and played some of the other ones. But I like this. Like GTA 2, it's kind of different from GTA 1 in London, whereas it's still top down. It still like cause a lot of destruction, but it's a lot more like as far at least to me in my opinion, it's a lot more trying to get you to follow like the phone calls and the missions and stuff, which are actually pretty fun. But I really had a blast with this. I've went through this game a couple times and I love it. Next we got GTA 3. I'm gonna put GTA 3 in B tier. It's like average, middle of the road. I mean, now obviously it looks very outdated, and the guy you play as Claude doesn't even talk. But I mean, it introduced Grand Theft Auto into the 3D world, so I think that's an important thing. But I think it belongs here in the middle of the road. The original GTA just as well, B tier. It's good. It got the got the creative juices flowing for this series for Rockstar, obviously, and obviously we've seen what it does over time, but this is where it all started. And middle of the road. It's not bad by any means, but it doesn't exceed expectations. You know what I mean? Next, we have Vice City Stories. This was the prequel to Vice City. This belongs in D tier as well with Liberty City Stories because these two were both made for the PSP. But yeah, I mean, you play as I think in Vice City Stories you play as Vance. I think his name is. Yeah, I mean, it's basically the same city. It's basically this like it's not obviously not the same story, but you play in the same city, in the same area. You have run-ins with some of the same characters. It's basically just a copy but set beforehand, kind of. Next we have San Andreas, which is S tier. For the soundtrack alone, I could put it in S tier. But then you add all the cheats, how big the map was, how fun some of the random shit you could do in it was. Like there was a time a long time ago, like a decade ago, where a friend of mine we put some cheats in, and we derailed the train, and we sent that bitch flying. Like it was hovering in the air for a while. There's a video somewhere. I don't know if I could find it or anything, but yeah, definitely San Andreas is S tier by far. I think where GTA 5 falls short is it was supposed to be like a return to Los Santos, and we have Blaine County in there and the city of Los Santos, but it's missing Las Venturas, with San Andreas has, and it's missing a lot of that very. I mean, it has a very heavily wooded area, but I think San Andreas has like much more so. You know what I mean? Anyway, next we have the Ballad of Gay Tony. This is A tier. That expansion was great. It introduced the explosive shotgun. It introduced the I think this introduced the buzzard. It introduced parachutes, which was astounding, especially for multiplayer. I had so much fun playing multiplayer on this and GTA 4. Like, oh my god, the GTA 4's multiplayer is infinitely superior to GTA 5's, and I will say that till the day I die. And then last we have Vice City, and Vice City is I think Vice City is A tier as well. I don't think it's quite S tier because Vice City's kind of a small area. It really is. It still has a decent soundtrack, and the weapons you can get are pretty cool. But I just that air that I'm trying to think of the right words. That room for exploration isn't there like it was in San Andreas. But Vice City, the story, the gameplay, the character you play as, Tommy Vercetti, he's energetic, he's charismatic, he's funny. Same thing with San Andreas. You got Carl. He's funny, but I think Vice City's just missing that area exploration aspect like San Andreas had because it's just San Andreas was so massive. But yeah, no, this is it. This is my definitive GTA series tier list. I know this GTA 5 is probably going to upset a lot of people being not an S tier, but yeah, that's it for me. GTA 5 single player is worth playing in my opinion, as a casual player, I think you should play through it maybe 2, 3 times, because I mean, there's options. There's probably stuff you miss, but GTA 4's story is just playable all the time. Like you can go through it; it's so fun. Seeing Nico like grow as a person, his connection with Roman, how close he is with his cousin of all people, despite how idiotic his cousin can be, and anyway, I could have the GTA 4 or GTA 5 debate all day, and I would not stop for hours. So I'm gonna cut it there. But that's it. This is my GTA series, GTA game series ranking. All the games. Only two I haven't played. But yeah, this was a pretty short one. This was pretty fun. I actually like GTA. I'm excited for the remastered trilogy. I can't even talk. I'm excited for that to play that. I mean, I'm excited for if they ever announce GTA 6. Where is it? But who knows? We'll probably never get it. Anyway, I hope you liked this. I hope you made it to the end. I hope this one was short enough for people to watch all the way through because a lot of my other ones are really long and some of them are kind of long, and this one's fairly short. So, anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks if you made it all the way to the end, and I hope you have a great day.